So Canelo and Triple G just fought for the third time this past weekend. And man, I was actually pretty shocked when I was watching this fight live. Going into it, my prediction was Canelo being the younger, faster guy. He's been way more active than Triple G. My prediction was he was going to be able to basically outland Triple G, really work his body, and probably get him out of there in the later rounds. Now, when the fight started, Canelo and Triple G, they met in the center, kind of similar to their second fight. Canelo was trying to hold the center of the ring, back Triple G up, and he was actually able to do that consistently for like the first half of the fight. He was able to consistently land these big shots, really marking up the face of Triple G. You can see like visible damage, which isn't something that we're used to seeing at Triple G. And the first half, Canelo's just consistently marching Triple G down, in the back up, and really just beating him up. And it seemed like Triple G's age was really showing in that fight, because he is 40 years old now. And he just, it's like his timing wasn't quite there. He didn't quite have his rhythm. Canelo was just a faster guy. He was landing these pretty significant shots. I honestly, during like the first, I think probably about the first 7 rounds, it would be kind of hard to give Triple G any of those rounds. It was a total wipeout, to be honest. Total domination by Canelo. But then around round 8, we actually saw glimpses of the old Triple G. He was standing his ground more. Sorry if you can hear my cat playing in the background. But Triple G was, really, he began to hold his ground in the center. He was actually able to back Canelo up to the ropes. He was landing his jab. He had some good combinations in there, landing some bigger shots. There actually seemed to be a glimpse of hope for Triple G, despite his age. It's round 8, 9, you see Triple G start to gain momentum. And like around round 11, even though Triple G was still trying to come forward, you could tell that fatigue was kind of taking a toll on him. Because we saw a lot of clinching. A lot more clinching between these two than we're used to, especially from Triple G. Anytime he would get close to Canelo, it's like he was just trying to I don't know, it was a strategy to just try to conserve his energy for later rounds. But, I guess similar to the other fights, he had such a slow start, he wasn't really able to get ahead on the scorecard, But this was the most definitive fight of all 3 between these two. When I was scoring it, I think I scored it 8 rounds to 4 for Canelo. Definitive win. The judges actually had it a lot closer. One judge had the same scorecard as mine, 116, 112. But the other 2 judges had it 115 to 113. Which is baffling to me. I'm a fan of Triple G, but I did not give him more than 4 rounds of that fight. It was also revealed that Canelo had injured his left hand, at some point, which it could have played a factor. and why Triple G was able to win, you know, the later rounds. You know, Canelo said after the fight that his hand was pretty bad, like he wouldn't even be able to hold a glass of water. Those were his words. Yeah, overall, I was very surprised that the fight went the distance again. I really thought Canelo would be able to get him out of there this time. And, you know, I was also surprised that Canelo really didn't go to the body that much in this fight. You know, it really didn't seem like he was focusing on these body shots as much as he was in the previous fight. You know, which was probably another reason that Triple G was able to go the distance in this one. You know, despite his age, Triple G actually had a pretty good showing of himself, like, in the later rounds of that fight. Kind of makes you wonder, you know, like, had he tried to push, you know, the pace a little bit earlier, you know, could we have been looking at, like, another close decision? Maybe. Yeah. But the rivalry is finally finished. You know, they can both move on. They shook hands in the middle of the ring. It was nice to see. And, you know, despite this loss, Triple G is still a champion at 160. I don't know if he'll stick around at 168. I don't know what his next move is going to be. Because he said he fully intended to keep fighting. And Canelo, I assume his next big fight will be trying to get a rematch against Dimitri Bivol. Bivol? You know who I'm talking about. If he does decide to go that rematch route, though, against Dimitri, I honestly worry. Because if he goes back to light heavyweight, I think he's going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. I think the only way he even has a chance is if he implements maybe like a rehydration clause. Because honestly, I don't know if Canelo has the tools to really hurt him, you know? The biggest shots he was able to land on Bivol, you know, Canelo could not hurt him. But Bivol was able to get to Canelo and kind of ding him, you know? Canelo definitely respected Bivol's power. Because Bivol was able to hurt Canelo, Canelo was not able to hurt him. Honestly, I would like to see Canelo just stay at 168 pounds, continue to defend all his belts there. Honestly, if I was his team, I would really try to urge him to just not entertain the idea of a rematch at light heavyweight. I think all those guys are just way too big for him, to be honest. Just stick at 168. Yeah. Those are really all my thoughts that I've had. Appreciate you guys watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you know, please consider doing so. Helps me out. With that being said, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next one. My cat is going crazy. Should probably check on him. Bye-bye.
He has to work harder than the other guy to get things done. It's that hurt him down the road.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Alvarez. A little defense turns to offense by Alvarez. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just one good punch to end the evening. Anderson's a knockout victim here tonight.
One good punch and one mistake at the wrong time.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.